Hello and welcome students. My name is Kamini and today we're going to start with English grammar. Now this is the intermediate level of English grammar and we're going to do today a very important topic. Let me give you some information about this topic. Students, this topic is important more for your comprehensions, your compositions as well as your essay writing, even a letter writing. Now even your content writing, if you're doing content writing, this topic is so important. Now why it is important? Because when you use these group of words in a sentence, your paragraph writing becomes very impressive. You do not have to use many sentences. Just using these few words you can make it will make a lot of sense. Your comprehensions, compositions become very impressive, powerful. You give a very it sounds very good when you use these words, as well as these words are used, and if these words are used in all languages, all in every language you'll find these words or these part of words. So this is why we use. Now I'm going to tell you what this topic is so that you will understand better. The topic today we are learning are idioms. Now what are idioms? Idioms are phrases which people use in everyday language which do not make sense literally, but we understand what they mean. So idioms are phrases. Now phrases which people use in everyday language which do not make sense literally, but we understand what they mean. In other words, a group of words put together in a sentence which people use in daily life. They do not make sense if you take the words separately, but when you take these words together, it makes a lot of sense and we understand what they mean. In totality, it means that when you use these idioms and phrases, you do not have to use too many sentences after that. For example, if I use one phrase, I don't have to write 5 to 6 sentences more. And this is in every language. If you study any language, you will find idioms and phrases in every language, and you must have come across whenever you have learned, you must have come across idioms and phrases. So let us see what some of these idioms and phrases are. Okay, let's see what it is. Now phrases can act as adverbs and adjectives. They also can act as nouns, though this is less common. Prepositional phrases only rarely act as nouns. Now they can act as adverbs, adjectives. They can also act as nouns. So phrases can be used as adverbs, adjectives. Now they can act as adverbs and adjectives, nouns. And there are different types of phrases. Now we're not going to go too much in detail about it. Now they are noun phrase, adjective phrase, principal phrase, prepositional phrase, verb phrase, adverb phrase, gerund phrase, infinitive phrase. Noun phrase, a tiny mouse. Adjective phrase, very tall. Principal phrase, saddened by tragedy. Prepositional phrase, on the table. Verb phrase, was reading. Adverb phrase, only occasional. Gerund phrase, eating selfish quickly. This is a gerund phrase. Infinitive phrase, to swim in dangerous water. So these are some of the phrases, or 8 different kinds of phrases you will find in the phrases topic. But the thing is, we are not going to go too much into the different kinds of phrases. We're just going to know what are phrases, because we want to use phrases in our daily language. We want to use phrases and idioms in our comprehensions, compositions, essay writing, content writing. Okay, so let's see what they are. Common English idioms. These are on the left. You will see the idioms, and on the right the meaning of these idioms. Now if I make sentences, instead of using very different, if you use a sentence, if you make a sentence, it's very different or something like that, instead of using that, you can use something which is more impressive to use, that is far cry from. So you can use this in your sentence. It will look very nice, it will sound very nice. Actually it will give a very powerful, it will impress the when you talk, it will impress the other person who's listening. Okay, they will feel, okay, the person knows so many words and they know so many phrases. Of course don't use too many because that will not look nice, but you need to use few of them in your daily language. Okay, relax, take rest. Now, instead of using relax, take rest, you can say take it easy. Now this is something that we have heard everywhere. Whenever we go around, we hear this phrase or this idiom. Easy and simple. Now instead of using easy and simple, you can use as a piece of cake. My algebra exam was a piece of cake. My French exam was a piece of cake. Cooking for me, or learning cooking is a piece of cake for me. Learning driving is a piece of cake for me. Now doesn't mean, now piece of cake means a cake, right? But when you use it in a sentence, it means that it is easy or simple. So anything you feel is very simple, easy, you can say I learning English or learning cooking was a piece of cake for me. Okay, it was very easy for me. Be alert, active, on the ball. Now you can use this idiom also. Somewhat ill or gloomy, once in a blue moon. Go to bed, hit the sack. So you can use these type of idioms. In this idioms also, sometimes you don't have to use a sentence. Now if I say hit the sack, now people will you don't have to use more words after that, you don't have to use a sentence. It literally means go to bed. So but in some idioms you need to put a sentence also. Like if I say take it easy, everybody will understand, you don't have to explain more. Okay, then you can say there are many idioms that you can use. Okay, and not all of them you need a sentence also sometimes. Okay, but these you can use in your comprehensions and compositions. Now the next we do is life phrases about. Okay, now there are about 6 to 7 I have for you. There are so many others that you can use and you can find in the net, or you can find in different books that you have. Okay, an appetite for life. Okay, now what is the meaning of an appetite for life? Art imitating life as if your life depended on it. Life's not all moonlight and roses, life's too short, breathe new life into, full of life, living the dream. All these phrases you have used in your daily life, also in different languages. Now even when we go, even proverbs we use in different scenarios, even that may not come in phrases, but we use it in our comprehensions and compositions. You can use them, it will make your comprehension, composition, essay writing very very impressive to read as well as to listen. Okay, so these are some of the phrases. Now there are many phrases that you can check in the net and you can get for your and you can also read. Now this is all I have, a very simple explanation about phrases and idioms. I'm sure students, you must have come across idioms and phrases in your life, and you must be using idioms and phrases. Take it easy is something that everybody has used. So we have used, we don't know whether it was an idiom or phrase, but it is an idiom or phrase, as you know now. So there are so many you can write down and you can understand. that you might have used. A piece of cake, it was a piece of cake you must have used in your daily life. So write down 10 15 which you know, and then write down, read from other from the net as well as from other books to know more about idioms and phrases. I hope you've liked my session, students, and thank you so much. Bye bye.